What's up, world? You're tuned into 423 FM. You already know we've got you covered with your daily dose of celebrity drama. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the 423. Everything across social media is really tense and dark right now, following the murder of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. It's been a really horrific month filled with senseless killings by both police officers and white folks who wish they were police officers, and it really seems like the second people started to leave their house following being quarantined, racism picked up right where it left off and started making up for lost time. As the world mourns and tries to demand justice for George Floyd and other murders that have followed, Shameik Moore decided to hop on Twitter and give his absolutely unnecessary and wrong opinion on the matter. He started by retweeting a video of another arrest, where the man being arrested is talking back to the police officer throughout the interaction, and wrote, "See, I have a very strong opinion that the black community hates to hear, but needs to hear. We need to learn how to deal with police and/or racism, because this is part of the scenario we've failed to fix." And that's what started his entire rant. He went on to say, "We have to work on our community before blaming everything on racists and police. 1, there is still black-on-black violence that needs to be addressed, and 2, if we know that the wrong white person could change our whole life with a false accusation, why do we give them the energy they want? Give them an inch and they will take a mile. We literally know this already. At what point do we look at ourselves and make adjustments? No one asked for my opinion, but it's 2020, not 1945. Meaning I'm more focused on black futures than black history. I personally refuse to feel like a victim. I refuse to have a slave mentality. I don't fear for my life because I know how to carry myself in tough situations. And I know there are many of us that have literally never experienced a cop or racist hunting you down for your life. I'm pro-life, but I'm obviously black, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Black lives shouldn't be taken so heartlessly. I just feel the solution is not to continue to handle the situation the way we've been handling it. There are no results. That is literally the definition of insanity. Look, all I'm saying is, in the moment, when we're experiencing racism, can we, the black community, find ways to avoid being killed or hunted?" Someone responded to his tweet saying, "Dog, black people aren't being paid to deal with the police. They're paid to deal with us. We shouldn't have to learn it. They should." And Shameik replied, writing, "But this is the mentality I'm speaking about. We can choose to make them deal with us, but then after we get hurt, then what? The black community is put on repeat. I'm saying let's find a way to stop anything that can be stopped from happening." So honestly, everyone tweeting me, step out of defense mode for a second because there's no losing me. I am black and I've probably dealt with more police situations than most black people that comment on what's going on. I'm talking about a solution outside of what we've been doing. Are we, the black community, going to attack me for that? I don't want to keep hearing about new names on this list of innocent people. I want it to stop. How can we help stop the problem? I don't know why the only tweet y'all want to focus on is the one with an incomplete thought. Look at everything I said, SMH. Maybe if someone else says it, it'll be heard. And that was the end of his tweet speed right there, though he did go on to post some videos. These videos of him speaking aren't apologies, he's not backtracking. He's saying the exact same thing he said in the tweets, but simply said he wanted to show his face, so you can watch those for yourself right here.
I woke up this morning and the first thing I did was tweet it. It was on my mind, it was on my heart, it was on my soul. And I know I offended some of the black community. I've been looking at a lot of these responses and I wanted to show my face. I wanted to share my voice so you understand where I'm coming from. And maybe you don't, but I just wanted to get this off of my chest. People are dying. People are dying and we're all handling it differently. Power-hungry policemen should absolutely be reprimanded, should absolutely be punished for their behavior, for how they're handling us, for taking our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers. When I woke up, I was thinking about solution, and we've been hoping that police treat us better for a very long time, before we were born, before I was born, the black community is dealing with the history of our people in 2020, you know. And what I was speaking to online, the first video that sparked this the first thing I saw, and the thing that sparked my tweets, was a video of a young man, you know, in front of a policeman, just, you know, barking at him, just barking at him, you know. And the policeman grab him up and on there, oh fuck, yo, we got it on camera though, just barking at him, just giving him just giving him what he needs, what he wants, you know. You're not, what I was speaking to is de-escalating situations, you know. Is there another way to handle those situations? Now, there are many situations where somebody is completely innocent, speaking appropriately, you know, yes sir, no sirs, hand behind the back, you know what I mean? Like, I went to all boys military school. I went to the Young Marines, you know, so there is a way to speak to you know, men in power, you know, women in power, you know. There is a way to do that. But what I was speaking to this morning was sparked from the thoughts of my personal friends, like the people I know that don't know how to speak to policemen, you know. And I'm not trying to minimize the police's role in this, but what I am trying to do is save somebody's life, you know. I'm trying to spark a conversation that might make a young black boy, you know, instead of him, you know, barking at a policeman and exerting his anger and his hurt that he's been dealing with before he was even born, that's just brought onto him from his ancestors in this moment, you know, to control that. I'm trying to spark the thought that maybe me reacting like this right now won't end the way that I think it will, you know. Maybe my name doesn't have to be on this list right now, you know. And obviously there's situations where we're not in control at all, you know, and we're counting on the police to have a heart and to be, you know, an evolved person, to have, you know, respect for life, you know. That's where my mind, that's where my heart, that's where my tweets were coming from this morning. And I apologize to anybody I offended in the black community. That was not my intention. I'm not trying to disappoint anybody, but I am trying to think of solution.
Obviously, Shameik was getting absolutely obliterated for this, especially because he kept going on and on. Alyssa Ashley was one of the people in his replies trying to tell him to shut the hell up, writing, "You know how to carry yourself? Are you saying that the hundreds of black people who've been murdered by police would be alive today if they just knew how to carry themselves in these situations? Do you not see the videos? Is it crack? You really are an effing idiot. The more I read your tweet, the more pissed off I get. These cops want to kill us." And that's the same sentiment shared by everyone in his replies, disappointed that this is what he chose to speak up on in a time like this. It's not my place to tell any black person how they should or shouldn't feel about police brutality against black people, but this is very clearly an uneducated and harmful take. First, I can't believe Shameik is tweeting this like he's taking one for the team and finally saying the hot take that nobody's brave enough to. This is the exact argument white people and other racist folks use, that the black men and women being killed by police deserve it because they were acting recklessly. It's simply not true, and even if it was, talking back to a police officer, squirming a little bit while you're being handcuffed, or anything else does not warrant being murdered. But beyond that, the whole reason black people everywhere are so terrified of this is because it's extremely clear that no matter how they act, cops can take their life away with unnecessary force simply because they want to. The murder we're all mourning right now, George Floyd, showed absolutely no resistance against these officers after only being accused of writing a bad check. And so many times before this, black people have done way more than they should have to, taking extra precautions to make sure a police officer doesn't feel threatened in any way, shape, or form, and still ended up getting murdered. There's no way around it, and acting like systematic racism is going to be fixed by quote unquote knowing how to carry yourself is just plain ignorant. Even worse is the fact that he chose to retweet an encounter where the man being arrested was showing a little resistance to get his point across and push his narrative, when the whole reason people are upset right now is because of footage that shows the complete opposite. I'm glad Shameik Moore has had positive enough experiences with police officers to think any black person can just smile and nod their way out of being killed, but the evidence shows over and over again that that just isn't true. Another celebrity who replied to Shameik's tweet is Black, who spoke very eloquently, writing, "With love, no amount of correction, deference, or silence will change the way we're viewed, and I know you know that. I am in the military, and I shouldn't have to carry myself like I'm speaking to higher authority, because cops are just citizens who are employed to be of service. Being safe in tough situations is a way shorter convo than the one that has to be had about the ones who continue to abuse power. It's not on us to change, so let's keep our discussions more geared toward the source. Hatred/racism is a virus, and it'll kill you whether you're smiling, crying, silent, shouting. Doesn't matter, you know this." And it's really that simple. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. Were you a fan of Shameik Moore and his work before this? And do his thoughts on police brutality change how you view him? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Subscribe to the 420 for more videos. And if you like this one, just give it a quick thumbs up. That is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.